Welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, May 11th, 2021, episode number 686 of Hard Factor. I'm Will. We got Pat, Mark, Wes, and Bubba producing. And fellas, when are we launching the Hard Factor crypto coin? Because
we talked about it today.
Tom Brady is now in the crypto game. He changed his avatar to the glowing red eyes. We got to get going.
We're working on it. You know, the wheels started turning last week. There was some progress made. You know, it's a lot of dev work.
Can we say the month of May, or is that?
Yeah, ambitious? I think it's May or we're dead. We have to do May.
Yeah, it has to be May, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if we let this escape into June, we're not going to be first.
It's May or no way.
May or no way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get on it. But yes, Pat, Fat Boy Summer shirt. Yours looks incredible.
I got the purple.
I'm wearing the black.
I got a blue. We got it. Well, I got the blue. That we got well representation.
Looking great.
And I sent Nolan the red because he was correct that Manchester City would get past PSG, so he got a red.
Well, Nolan's looking good too.
Yeah.
Today's observances is Foam Roller Day, so Tom Brady strikes again. Twilight Zone Day and Hostess Cupcake / Eat Whatever You Want Day. So real mixed bag.
Quick question: Twilight Zone Day, is that like it's the day for the TV show The Twilight Zone, or
it's a movie, Pat?
The effect is it a movie?
What's it?
Twilight Zone?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Oh, sorry.
Old series.
And Mark, you are correct. It is a movie as well. My pop culture compadre. It's the one where Jennifer Jason Leigh's dad died filming it.
Nobody likes the movie though, right?
Well,
I mean, the series.
Back to my question: is it Twilight Zone Day, like the show, or is it like the effect that we're like, man, that's like out of the Twilight Zone? That's
or like the Twilight Zone when the moon and the sun are in the sky at the same time.
Yeah, it's just a goofy
is that a
day.
Third Twilight Zone?
I think that's the actual Twilight Zone.
So there's like the show, the colloquialism, and then apparently there's like a star alignment.
I feel like if you discuss it to this point, you're in the Twilight Zone.
It's the show. It's got to be the show. The show's the only meaningful. Yeah, that one.
The original.
It's that one.
Who was the star of that one?
Rod Sterling.
Rod Sterling created
ripping
that one.
heaters. Died of lung cancer. Who would have guessed it?
He looked cool though when he was
so cool.
He looked cool
Finn
when he was
Rod.
narrating those shows. All right, you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do the news. Daily Buzz 5-piece number 5 divorce news. So we got multiple divorce updates. First, it's been confirmed by multiple sources that Melinda Gates brought up Bill's association, Bill Gates, with Jeffrey Epstein as one of her primary concerns moving forward with the divorce. And she brought that up to her lawyers back in 2019. Obviously, Bill isn't giving any comments other than that he regrets having met with Epstein multiple times over his career. Yikes.
Wasn't he on the planes?
He regrets it now.
He was on the plane. So that's what's weird is he didn't go to the island, but he did catch a plane ride to Palm Beach, and I'm 99% sure they asked him. I said, Billy, did you get on the plane? He goes, I didn't get on the plane, but he did get on the plane. Not to the island.
He has admitted to meeting with him several times and at least meeting late into the evening at his Manhattan apartment. So that plus the rumors about how he'd spend one weekend every year with his ex. I'm sticking my original reaction of not surprised that she's leaving his weird ass.
Did you see the New York pool party, nude pool party stuff that he was doing?
No.
I was about to say
that's
Bill
another
Gates.
one. Bill Gates.
I was about to say he's definitely not. He doesn't look like he likes to fuck. I think he likes to watch.
You think he's a voyeur? He's just in the corner, jacking it.
Yes.
Watching the other people go to town. More divorce news. What did he do, Pat?
Well, okay. And I'm a Gates guy. You know, I don't like Gates bashing on this show. But apparently, according to his biographer, he was notorious for throwing naked pool parties with strippers, being a womanizer.
Cat's out of the bag with Billy.
I think you can get off the Gates train.
No, he's still done more for global health.
Sure. Cat's out of the bag. Seems like his wife's the good one. In more divorce news, John Mulaney is also getting a divorce after he went to rehab. He's calling it off with his wife, Anna Marie Tendler, after 6 years. So he got sober and he's like, I want a divorce. And
does that happen in rehab? Do you feel like where they're like, yeah, he realizes that she's the problem, or
it's that bitch is the problem?
Yeah, she's the problem.
Well, I mean, he could be wrong.
You make up all kinds of things in rehab. Trust me.
Yeah, this will change. Now I'll be a perfect human being.
Right.
You just convince yourself of anything.
Right. You're going to take one direction, and it's going to be hard, regardless of what it is. Number 4, the Venom 2 trailer is out. and it looks pretty awesome with Woody Harrelson as the bad guy. You guys catch that trailer?
Is that the one with Tom
Hardy? Venom
So
1. I was a Venom 1 fan, like that movie. And so he's back.
I don't think I saw it.
I enjoyed it.
It's different. It's not like Spider-Man-y, right? It's more like
No, and a lot of people I think are complaining because Spider-Man doesn't appear in either.
Right.
It looks
Right.
like so.
Right.
Well,
It's just
yeah.
Venom on his own.
You gotta set up a story, right? You gotta like tentacles of the Spider-Man.
I think it's completely different universe. I don't think they like
It's not in the
overlap
Marvel
at all.
universe?
Well, I don't think they like overlap. Will might know better. He saw the movie, but
I saw the first one. I forget who the villain was, but no, Spider-Man didn't make an appearance. They were in the cartoons or in the comic books, I think, the same comic book.
It gave me a vibe of how like Logan kind of stepped out of the X-Men type thing and was not really part of that world. That last one,
Yeah.
I get that kind of vibe.
But
from
Venom is
yeah.
funny because the suit is fucking hilarious. It's an alien, so like
Right.
the suit has like a really good sense of humor.
Wasn't Topher Grace? He was Venom in the first.
He might have been
They had in Spider-Man 3 back in those days. Yeah, I don't know. Is that his name?
He might have been
Tobey Maguire.
He might have been Carnage. No, I think Venom and Carnage were both alien symbiotic things.
They had the Venom
I
suit in
think
Spider-Man
Topher
3.
Grace was Carnage because he's a skinny little bitch, and
He got,
Carnage
like-
is skinny,
he, like,
and,
took over
and
his
Venom is
body.
jacked. While Tom Hardy's
No. But it was Tobey Maguire back then.
No, Tobey Maguire,
No.
Spider-Man. Topher Grace was
Catch
like a
up.
photographer that was in the movie, and I think he was going to play Carnage, but they stopped making those.
Wasn't
movies.
Tom
He
Hardy?
was
Oh,
Venom.
right, the
He
guy
was Venom.
from
He was Venom.
Right,
He was
yeah.
Venom. Oh, well, he was
Venom.
He's a scrawny ass Venom.
He
should've
was a
been Carnage.
scrawny Venom. That was Spider-Man 3. I remember because he went in the bell tower. He got or whatever. The sound.
Tom Hardy was Bane, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Hardy was Bane.
And he's jumping between. Okay.
Venom and Bane, two great characters, by the way.
Well,
Tom
the
Hardy.
one guy was Thanos and something else too, right?
Josh, what's his face?
He's like he's Cable.
Moto
and,
Panakako.
and
When he wants
Deadpool is
more
Cable.
pancakes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know who we're talking about.
What's his last name? God, he's like a famous acting family too.
Yeah,
Gosh, something. All right, number 3. Let's
Hart
move it along.
something.
The pipeline hack. You guys may have noticed the price of gas going up. Anybody get gas recently? No? Anybody? Okay. Well, gas is going up. That's because the Colonial pipeline that provides basically half the gas to the entire East Coast of the United States. It goes from Texas to New Jersey. There's a picture there for you guys. You can see it. It got hacked by a group of Eastern European hackers over the weekend. The group called DarkSide, who may be based in Russia but not affiliated with the Russian government, ransomwared the shit out of the Colonial Pipeline Company with great success. Presumably, Colonial had to pay the ransom to get their system back online, making this the biggest infrastructure hack against the United States of all time. So the feds may want to get on that cybersecurity defense that the DoD was bragging about making a priority last week, right before the biggest hack of all time to our infrastructure happened. Ouch.
That's why gas prices are up.
Yeah, because the pipeline got fucking hacked and shut down
That's
until
unbelievable.
they paid the ransomware back.
The libs drove it up. You know that.
I mean, I think it's just no, it was the ransomware. It was the ransomware attack for sure. Guaranteed.
Wake up.
Gas is one of those things that I just, unless it's like exorbitantly higher, I'm just gonna pay whatever it is. Like unless it's like $5, unless it goes from like $2.50 to $5, I'm probably not.
It's almost $5 in the Bay Area.
Is it really? Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
but
It's
also
over
less-
$4 in Reno.
it really sticks it to people that commute for a living, which we like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
that-
high school kids too, trying to go on dates, bro.
Right.
Scrapping quarters for gas.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Related Russian news: a doctor who treated Alexei Navalny in Siberia had been assumed dead by many. His name is Alexander Murakovsky. He was found alive in Russia when he emerged from a bear-filled forest over the weekend after inexplicably disappearing from a hunting party for 3 full days. And I guess he finally just found his way back to town totally on his own, where he then was like, I'm fine. I don't know what happened. I'm fine.
They put one of the doctors that saved Navalny, 2 of them they killed. They put another one in a bear. They said, get out of this bear forest.
Well, he disappeared mysteriously from his hunting party for 3 days, and all of a sudden he reappears, and he's like, "Oh, I'm okay."
Yeah, covered in honey.
They pushed him into the bear forest.
scratches. You don't hear the words found alive and Russian doctor coupled up next to each other very often.
It was like the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, Russia's on one. They have been for like a year now. All right,
The
number
most
two.
dangerous game. The
Most dangerous game
game-
with Ice T.
Yeah, most dangerous game.
Mm.
No, it
Most-
wasn't most dangerous game.
Speaking of
The
a
game
very
with Sean Penn. It was a David Fincher movie with Michael Douglas. Where
We're
they-
off on our
Surviving the game. Surviving the
the game. Josh
Surviving the
Brolin, by the way.
Josh Brolin, that's what it is.
Yep.
Speaking of a dangerous game, the number 2 trend today is Israel, because in Gaza, which is a contested area between Israel and Palestine, at least 20 are dead following rocket blasts into Jerusalem from the Palestinian group Hamas, and then subsequent retaliation from Israeli forces. There are a lot of intense videos online of people cheering giant flames and stuff. It's a very intense situation. This death toll makes it one of the worst and deadliest battles in years over the Israeli-Palestinian border. And now neighboring Jordan is calling for the end of the peace deal that was brokered last year. So that peace of the
That
Middle
didn't
East deal,
last long.
no, a couple months, and that's about it. So
Do you think Jordan, if they have an Air Force, refers to their Air Force as Air Jordan?
I hope so.
That'd be sick.
I know that most people
23 on every plane.
most people in Jordan are like Palestinian expats, I believe. So basically, as Palestine goes, Jordan goes, and not happy on both sides over there. So
Pat, anyone just in the air, like on a plane or a helicopter, you can call them Air Jordans.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They're from Jordan.
Hell yeah, man.
you could,
Sick.
you could, yeah.
You guys
Hopefully,
can use that.
hopefully we can call them chilled out.
They love it.
in a couple days.
Yeah.
Let's dial it down from deadliest battle in years.
Hey, by
So-
the way, adapted from the book, The Most Dangerous Game, Surviving the Game.
Really?
So, yeah, we're both
Okay.
right.
That movie kicked ass with where they had to like survive the night from the.
It was not great.
Oh come on!
I like that movie.
for like
Ice T, amazing.
For like a 12-year-old, that was one of my first R-rated movies. That was
awesome.
badass.
Go back
Yeah.
and watch it again. I watched it.
Well, no,
last-
I don't want
last
to do that.
year.
I will.
Judgment Night is a good one.
Sick
that,
movie.
That was
Judgment
good.
Night.
Judgment Night's
Emilio.
good. Yeah.
Great movies. Number 1, Mark's favorite NFL player of all time, Tim Tebow, is going to be a tight end on the Jacksonville Jaguars under the tutelage of his former college coach, Urban Meyer. Mark, I definitely want to hear your thoughts on Tebow. And then everybody, a prediction, please, on if he makes the team.
So we actually talked about Tebow for about 20 minutes on Live Hour today. So if you go to patreon.com/hard factor, you can hear it. My thoughts are he's still gay, and he needs to come out eventually. But I don't know.
He's married. He says he's going to have kids.
Yeah, but he was a virgin till marriage.
Think gay dudes can't get married to women?
Yeah, we talked about that too.
Okay.
Anyways, I think he's going to
One hot
make
beard.
he's going to make the money, the town money for. He's going to sell out seats. He's going to sell out jerseys. I don't think he's going to be a great player, but I think it's a good move. By the
So you
Jets.
think he's going to make the final roster, the 53?
Yeah, I think they need to sell some jerseys. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to pay for 5 guys on that roster with his fucking jerseys. But I'll tell you what, I think Tebow's undersized. He's like 6'3", right? But he works hard. He's just going to be a wet blanket for anyone that wants to have a real fun season in Jacksonville next year if he makes the team. A lot of minding your manners, watching your language.
Backup tight ends are tough, right? Because you got to kind of be on the field. They don't keep a bunch of extra.
I
tight
think
ends
he's
around.
barely going to make the team. If he makes
Yeah.
the team, it'll be a special teamer. I think he.
Do they
might
carry
get cut.
3 QBs there? Because like, why couldn't he be a
He
backup?
could.
Well, that's
he
what I'm
would be a-
saying.
He would be a dual backup. I
He
guess.
could get on the headsets if he had time, but
He's
yeah.
33 years old. It's pretty hard to be an NFL tight end. I'm not sure. Like, unless he's gonna be like really fucking good at special teams, I'm not sure he makes the team. I don't know who the tight ends are ahead of him though. But you're right, they do need to sell jerseys. So who knows? And that's the buzz. And today's Daily Buzz was brought to you by Lightstream Debt Consolidation Services. You know what feels great? Paying off high interest credit cards, getting a lower rate, and saving money. Refinance your credit card balances and save with the credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. It's an easy way to save hundreds to thousands of dollars and lower your interest rate. Lightstream offers credit card consolidation loans from 5.95% APR with autopay and excellent credit, which is lower than the average credit card interest rate of over 18% APR. Plus, there are no fees. Lightstream believes that people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they deliver. If you are having trouble with credit card debt, it is the first step to getting your finances in order. Get that done. Get your credit card debt consolidated and paid off. Just for our listeners, apply now to get a special interest rate discount and save even more. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com/factor. That's lightstream.com/factor. Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.95% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.5% auto pay discount. The lowest rate requires excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply, and offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com/factor for more information.
Hell yeah. One last thing on Tebow. He reminded me kind of Logan Thomas, who was a quarterback in college, right? Virginia Tech, who is on the football team. He had a pretty good, and they're around the same age. And also I looked at the depth chart of the Jaguars, and I don't know a single tight end. They don't look. Competition's not great. It's a bunch of not
so
great
he might make it as like a second or third string tight end, which would be, I hope he does, because that would be more drama. Like you say, Pat, that he's going to create drama.
One reason that he probably won't is you make an investment in Trevor Lawrence, you're going to want to bring in a veteran QB as your backup, like some guy who can really like show him the league a little bit.
Well, he's playing tight end. He also
I understand,
can't
but
block.
this is I think the
no,
best
he
chance
can't block. There's no way he can block.
Best chance he has to make the team is if he's backup quarterback
big part of
and
the job.
Backup tight end. That's what I'm saying.
The blocking's he's gonna be last place in blocking.
He couldn't be the second tight end because that's really just a blocking tight end.
Yeah,
he's too small.
So. Yeah. You don't carry a ton of tight ends. All right, so guys, a tiger got loose in a Houston neighborhood on Monday. Classic, right? Whoa, the tiger broke out of the zoo because of a negligent drug addict zookeeper, right, Mark? Wrong. It was someone's pet. You know, we've done a few stories about that. The
in
zookeepers,
Houston, specifically.
Yeah, in Houston, yeah. In
well,
Houston.
this kind of makes sense
about a tiger. Remember that cop that went to that house in Houston, and he walked in and it was just like a fucking tiger in there.
Texas has
happened a few times.
Texas has by far like the most tigers, right? Or like the southern United States like has like so many fucking tigers.
It's legal to, if you fill out the paperwork, have a tiger in like the county next to Houston, but not in Houston. So yes, there's a lot of, and the people have gotten caught left and right with, but check out this fucking video, guys. This one's by far the most unique because of where the tiger was found. Let's see if it adds here. Is it playing? Here we go. Look at this tiger walking in a lawn.
Oh my God.
In a neighborhood.
That's
so
a nice neighborhood.
There's a guy with a gun. He's an off-duty cop who just is a neighbor, and he found out the tiger was in the street. So he's like, "Oh my God, my kids are here. I'm going to shoot this tiger if it starts acting like a tiger and tries to take over the neighborhood." So it was just a suburban neighborhood with basketball hoops in the driveways and kids' bicycles and a pool around the corner, and a tiger was walking on the grass and the sidewalk.
Dude, I'm sorry. I am both
awesome.
a gun owner and a bleeding heart, and I am firing first on that tiger. I'm not. If there are children in that neighborhood, which there are, judging by how nice the lawns were manicured, that tiger's dead.
That tiger could probably kill the kid faster than you could kill it. I'm
shooting that tiger as soon as I can get my gun out.
Preemptively shooting the tiger.
Are you kidding me, man? A fucking
Pat shoots
tiger?
himself.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you could like
the tiger. Really,
call for somebody with the tranquilizer. I mean, it's a majestic beast, Pat. You're just gonna take it out?
Are you kidding me, bro?
No, I'm not. Like I would think about it first, probably before firing.
It's like a delicacy for tigers.
It was a calm,
like Werther's for old people.
Yeah, it was a calm tiger though. You saw even the guy with the gun. He was casually sauntering up to him like tigers do. The tiger obviously terrified everyone who saw it, and they called the cops immediately. There was a cop on the scene because he lived there. His name was Wes Mannion. He's a Waller County Sheriff Sergeant, and he was gonna shoot the tiger, I think, Pat, but the owner, presumably the owner, came out and grabbed it by its collar and started saying, "Please don't shoot my pet tiger. Please don't shoot my pet tiger." And then he kissed it on the mouth and face, and then he brought it back inside the house by the collar, and then immediately put it into his Jeep Cherokee SUV and fled the neighborhood at an extremely high rate of speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's illegal, I guess.
Yes, and also something else coming up is very illegal too. The police tried to pursue the vehicle that was traveling probably 90 miles an hour in a 25, but the tiger guy lost them. They had him in his sights, and he outran them, and he got away. And it turns out
with the tiger, that's impressive. Inside the car,
a Jeep and a tiger. Yeah.
We can only assume that his Jeep was painted with tiger stripes too. Like, how do you don't have a tiger and not live the life? Really embrace the whole lifestyle.
Do you think he stopped at Exxon to get gas? Tiger Mart. It turns out when the story was updated, the Tiger guy is the owner, and he's 28-year-old Victor Cuevas, who, get this, was charged with murdering a guy in 2017, allegedly shot a guy dead in Fort Bend County, July 2017. He's been out on bond with a $125,000 bond, and I guess the courts are a bit backed up in Houston as he was scheduled to appear in court for the shooting this July, 4 years after he allegedly killed a guy.
Yeah, they shouldn't allow guys like that to have tigers, right?
Well, I mean, guys like that are more likely to have a tiger, I think.
Run that back for me one more time.
Somewhere in the paperwork.
The owner of the Tiger is a 28-year-old guy that killed a guy in 2017, and he's been waiting trial, and they caught him with a tiger on Monday, and he fled, so I'd assume he's a flight risk for that trial at this point. I don't know if he's going to show up, and I don't know if someone has to come and find him to bring him to court, they might want to look out for the guard tiger at this guy's motel. Yeah.
What a move between murdering someone allegedly and then waiting for trial, and that's when you choose to get the most majestic of big cats?
Well, no, Pat. According to a neighbor, Cuevas had been living in the house in as a complete recluse that never left for less than a year with like his partner, it was described as. So him and his partner lived in this house for a year and just never left. And the same nosy neighbor, said that at least one other exotic animal was in the house, because he walked by one day and saw a capuchin monkey in the window, and he was very clear on the breed of the monkey. So some other nosy neighbor that's a monkey lover was like,
does this guy do like exotic trades and shit? Like,
it's a nosy neighbor's dream, that house.
Yeah, exactly. Monkeys and tigers and and murderers.
You are a busy nosy neighbor.
He's got his telescope straight at that guy's fucking house.
Terrible house for someone that suffers from paranoia, though.
There you go. Capuchin monkey. Yeah. I wouldn't describe that as a capuchin monkey, though, which this guy did in his quote. I mean,
it's an Ace Ventura monkey.
Right, exactly. But hey, even this alleged murderer that has several illegal exotic animals in his home isn't as big a piece of shit as the record number of people returning pets to adoption agencies now that they can go outside again and travel. That's happening across the United States.
Yeah, because people are dicks.
We called this happening a while ago. This was going to happen.
We did, and I know you guys heard about it. I know West tweeted about it. A record number of people adopted pets last year during COVID, since they were in their houses a lot and bored. And now this spring, those pet adoption agencies that were so happy all across the United States are now very sad, as they're getting record returns and they don't have room to take the animals back.
Yeah, the local shelter here in Reno has been sending out emails like, we're flooded with dogs, please somebody. Yeah, so it happened here for sure.
Everywhere. People are returning these cats and dogs like DVDs or books. Aaron Jones, the executive director of Moms and Mutts Colorado Rescue, said they have seen more than double what they normally see in an entire year in returned animals already by May 1. So like in 4 months, more than double already.
People really suck. That's what COVID kind of taught us,
Yep. For sure. People
just kind of suck,
Oh man!
Toss that dog out. Toss that cat out. I can go on vacation again.
I got a DM from
all
DJ,
the fraud,
DJ Baby Meat today, a longtime listener, and he was like, "Hey, thanks for shouting out our the young Hardo Hive members, 18 to 24, about seeing someone who's committing fraud or like not going back to work because unemployment's better." He's like, "Yeah, there's some rapper that is in my Snapchat feed all the time that's selling." He's like, "Hit me up for free money." He's selling, stimulus cards.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yep. I've been getting more scam calls than ever. People had a pretty rough showing in the past 14 to 18 months.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the best thing to do is take stock of that in your mind, because a lot of people showed them a lot about themselves to you in this last year. So take note of it.
I'm saying even Cuevas, who will kill you, takes care of his pet tiger. Apparently, the pets that are being returned are super depressed too, guys, because they're going from homes back to shelters. Not exactly ideal for them. So just a bunch of depressed cat dogs and pet adoptions agency volunteers, thanks to really shitty people. No word on if they will notify the pieces of shit that return the animals when they have to put their 2020 toys down, since most of these places are, kill shelters.
Yeah, because remember we did this story about how like you're supposed to be, getting your pets used to you going back to work. So these pets are extremely depressed because they're not used to anything except
don't worry, Wes,
pampered at home, daddy all the time, mommy all the time.
They'll
then
be
they
dead
go to the
soon.
shelter.
But Wes, they were in the shelter before, so it's like somebody who was exonerated
Not
and
the
then
puppies
goes
that got
back to
adopted.
jail.
It's like an orphan that's like adopted and then sent back to the orphanage.
Right.
Oh man, that's the second time in their lives, right? Because the first time when they got given up for adoption.
So maybe adopt if you can, like Will's Nevada place. Like, please adopt. If you can, think about it. Now's a good time.
Though, because that's why like they give you a bit of a background check when you try to adopt an animal, because there's like so many pieces of shit.
You have to, but everyone lies.
No, but they must have known. You can spot a piece of shit from a mile away.
No,
So I said with pit
I don't
bulls,
think
Pat.
so.
That's the exact. That's what they should do with pit bulls.
I don't think it has. I don't.
You don't think if
that
you work
you
at a-
can see who's going to give a pet back?
You don't think
before.
if you work at a shelter, you don't develop a sixth sense for like who's a piece of shit and not to?
Because I bet a lot of these people are just like just people who are like, oh, I wanted the dog and now I don't. They might be.
They
just like,
genuinely were happy when they went into the adoption agencies.
they were like,
because
oh, I'm going to take it forever. Yeah, I'm going to take it forever for sure.
Yep.
No, we're not renting this to you. You're buying it, right? Yeah, I get it. And then there they are, right?
They don't
back
get
there.
it.
That's right.
Yeah, well,
That's sad. A lot of pit bulls. Guys, how would you feel if you found out that someone you worked with was using your personal property to make money online? Not stealing your personal property, but somehow getting a hold of your personal property and was then describing how it smelled, how it looked in detail to other freaks online. You okay with that?
Kink identity theft.
I think I need
Similar,
an
yeah.
example, Wes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, if you're not okay with it, you're definitely not okay.
We didn't answer how he wanted us to.
No, you didn't.
No, Wes, I wouldn't be
No,
okay with that at
not
all.
okay.
There you go. Okay, well, if you're not okay with that, then you definitely are not going to be okay with what one shoe store employee was doing with his coworkers and customers' shoes at the store he worked with. So I want you guys to meet Malachi Wiley. Here's a picture of him. Now, he doesn't look like a guy who would steal your shoes, jerk off in them, and then post what he had done online, does he? Because that's exactly what he was doing with his coworkers' shoes.
I mean, he looks happy. He looks like he's living a fulfilled life. So
Yeah, that was a post. That was like a very post picture, like right after he'd done the deed, within minutes.
He's
Yeah.
also like 23 and has the name of a mortician with Malachi. That's going to lead to things like
Yeah,
this.
he's from New Zealand, Malachi Wiley.
Oh, okay.
So Malachi was breaking into his coworkers' lockers, taking pictures of their shoes, writing down how they smelled, and in some instances, coming, and even more baffling to me personally, spitting in them to get off, and then sharing all of that with his fellow foot freaks online, so they could get their jollies too. There's a whole community of these people.
interesting. They jack off into shoes.
They like it. They like the way it smells. So there's a picture of there's the blurred out images are where he came
Semen.
in his coworkers.
They're not that
shoes.
blurred out, by the way.
Right.
Need to blur them
You can
out.
tell what they are.
The one in the middle over there is.
Yeah, the puddle in the right sole is very evident.
Where did he work?
He worked. This is all going down in New Zealand at the number one shoe store in Palmerston North, New Zealand.
Palmerston North. Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Not
right.
anymore.
I was gonna ask-
study abroad.
I was gonna ask Will if you ever been to the shoe store.
I've lived in that city, but I don't know which one. Which shoe store is it? In the mall?
Number one shoes.
Is it in the mall there? Because I think
Probably.
I mean, that's like the only place to
You
shop.
would
I
buy
feel
a
like,
pair
in
of
the whole
trainers
place.
there.
Yeah. So this
I think so.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy coming in all the shoes there. So this guy,
But in his coworkers' shoes, though.
Yeah,
those were used shoes. Those were his coworkers' shoes.
He
right?
went out. I'll get to it.
Yes.
He got a little more brazen as time went on. So back in December 2020, according to the article, when this is all began when a profile identified as belonging to Palmerston North number one shoes employee Malachi Wiley began posting images from his store to an online shoe fetish site, like the one I just showed you of his female coworkers' Converses that he got to by breaking into her locker. You see, employees have to wear the store's shoes while working, so they go in, they take off their old shoes, they get a new pair of kicks the shoe gives them, and then they exchange at the end of the day. So he also took a picture of her in the break room, so the freaks online could put a face to the shoe and come extra good later on.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
This is
Yeah, I
why
mean-
they need to raise the minimum wage.
The woman who the image that you
Wait,
showed.
why? Wait, why? How does that happen?
It's too tempting. If you're working a minimum wage job and there are shoes around, it's
Wouldn't
just too tempting.
then the people who have minimum wage jobs still do. Why does it have to do with
put them online?
Why does it have to do with his wage?
Pat,
and then
you could pay this guy $1 million. You could pay this guy $1 million an hour.
He could be a CEO and he'd be jizzing in shoes.
Pat, he's gonna find the shoes.
This is a side hustle.
Macaulay Culkin over there. Could you imagine this guy in a bowling alley? Like if he was like the shoe guy in a bowling alley.
Good God, why didn't he do that? He missed his fucking calling.
That's his dream job.
That is his dream job.
You look like a size 9.
I bet they background check you if you apply to be the shoe guy at the bowling alley to make sure that you're not a fetish man. Or maybe they're like, hey, go nuts.
Shoes went missing again.
Wes, did it say how much money he was making off of these posts? Or
it didn't say how much money he was making, but yeah, he gained quite a following because he just had access to all these shoes, and he was kind of famous, I guess, in the community. He was the shoe guy. So in January, after that, he posted a picture of his penis inside his coworker's shoes where he had ejaculated. Bubba already showed you the picture. And then a few days later, he posted another shoe coming with the words, "She wore Nike AF1s into work and left them in her locker, so I thought they deserved to come." He also posted photos of that coworker in the break room. Like, there she is. I just came in her shoes. Check her out. Yeah.
How did he not know he was going to get caught with the fucking scheme?
Because he's in this because he's only in this community because these people were freaks too, and they loved it.
He's like in New Zealand, and he's thinking like nobody's going to catch me.
No, there's some protection, Will, of being in a dark community, like the type of community that's into you jizzing in your coworker's shoes. Who's going to be, if you're in that community, you're going to be like, oh shit, I know that girl. How do you tell her? Hey,
I was on my favorite website and saw your shoes.
Yeah, he must do it early in these people's shifts because if that girl, that's going to take a couple hours, that one picture for that to dry up. She's going to know she stepped in something.
She's wondering what happened.
And is that what happened, Wes? Did somebody step in it and was like, "Uh-oh"?
No, so I'll tell you how he got caught. So then what he was doing, he got a little too cocky, and then he started a new thread about customers. One post read, "As you may imagine, from time to time there are some pretty sexy experiences. My favorite is when hot girls leave their shoes lying around as they walk across the store to get other shoes." He posted pictures of customers' shoes, and in some cases their faces, and how the shoes smelled from the foot freaks for the foot freaks to enjoy. One post read, "Had a younger girl come in yesterday and I simply couldn't resist getting some photos of her sexy boots. The boots had a slight sweat smell to them. However, the socks were the real gold. They had a little stronger sweat smell, but not enough to reek, which was the perfect balance for me." So this guy's just, he's deep. He loves it.
He's like a shoe jack off connoisseur. He's like a wine guy, like he's describing the scents and
yeah. Another one. He spit in some girl's shoes, which he said was really hot because she put it back on without thinking twice. Hot. He says, "Hey guys, I don't know if I can control myself. She just walked in with some first edition Uggs and I almost came into my pants." I made that one up. Eventually, he was reprimanded for having his cell phone on the store floor too much. They caught on that he was just had his cell phone out all the time. So he had to
not
go
for
back.
being in the locker room for hours on end.
Right.
But
Not
the
for
cell
coming in
phone.
shoes. Yeah.
They couldn't catch him for years when he's in the locker room, literally finishing an entire jerk off session in a shoe.
Right. So he had to go back to his.
He must come quick too.
Yeah.
Well, he's
gets
very
excited.
turned on by this, Will.
Yeah. He's edging all the way up to the fucking locker.
He is losing his mind every day. So then he had to go back to his coworker's
Sometimes he doesn't even get the locker open. Oh no.
Yeah.
His pants.
His coworkers keep getting their inserts stuck to their socks when they're taking their shoes off. What's going on again?
Yeah, I don't know. It's crusty socks all the time. And then the people online started getting into it and egging him on. One follower said, "Nice job. They put their shoes in their locker thinking that's where they stay. Meanwhile, in reality, they're getting flooded with cum and shown to the world." And they were requesting videos of the girls putting the cummy shoes back on. That would have made him a millionaire, it seems, in this community. But yeah, so how he was found out, to wrap it up, is there was a woman that was selling clothes online, just like normally selling clothes, and she stumbled upon this deep thread, and she noticed the store. And then she got a conscious because she saw what was happening to these girls, so she alerted the store. He got arrested. And the news reached out to him because the trial's still going on. And he like begged them not to run the story that I'm reading to you because he said it was going to destroy his life, which it is.
Well, Malachi is now forever known as a guy who likes to fuck shoes, and he's never getting over that. I mean, Malachi's a good-looking guy, but nobody can look past a guy who fucks a shoe.
New Zealand's not that big a place, right? Well,
no, it's a very small community. Palmerston North is a little town.
He can't go anywhere.
No, he can't go anywhere. Everybody knows him as the shoe fucker now.
Right. Yep. So something out there for everyone, I guess. And hey, guys, you know how you can avoid working in a shoe store and getting your shoes cummed in? By dressing for success, and the opportunities will fall in your lap, which is why you need Cuts Clothing. The sport of business means demanding excellence from your craft and wardrobe. Your fit needs to be versatile, blending timeless style and comfort so you look as good as you feel. For that, there's Cuts Clothing. They've got a classic men's fashion staple, the plain tee, and they refined it, combining premium quality with a minimalist aesthetic. I'm a big plain tee guy, and this is the best. Wear it out, wear it in, nice restaurant, wherever. It's versatile because it's built for performance in the boardroom, the bar, or the gym. Cuts Clothing keeps you sharp wherever the game takes you because Cuts is premium with a purpose. Each piece of clothing is designed with the custom engineered fabric, expertly graded for the perfect fit, arming you for every challenge and opportunity. And it's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/hard factor. That's cutsclothing.com/hard factor for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. And it really is good stuff. Give it a shot.
Hell yeah. That's for when you're trying to look serious and when you're trying to look relaxed and everyday fit, so to speak. Why don't you check out Bird Dogs? Let me be real honest with you. These guys make the most comfortable shorts known to man. They come with a liner, cutting underwear out of the equation. One less step, one less thing to worry about. My Bird Dogs are the type of shorts that you can just jump in a pool, then get on your bicycle, go to a restaurant. They quick dry. It's like a summer short, man. It's the perfect summer short, and you don't have one. Maybe you put on a little weight. Maybe you lost a little. So why don't you readjust, get yourself the perfect summer short for the body that you have right now. Get yourself a pair of Bird Dogs, y'all. And this is pretty dope. You're not going to believe this giveaway that they're doing. If you go to birddogs.com, put the promo code FACTOR in, they'll throw in a free pair of Bird Dogs rubber ventilated shoes. They're just Crocs, but for legal reasons, they can't call them Crocs, but I'm giving you the inside baseball. They're Crocs. So birddogs.com, promo code FACTOR, boom, free pair of Bird Dogs rubber ventilated shoes, Crocs. With your pair of Bird Dogs, you will not take these things off.
It's the perfect like 1-2 punch there with what you guys did, because you get the only shirt you need, the most comfortable shirt from Cuts, then the most comfortable shorts from Bird Dogs. You're getting discounts and free Crocs. I mean, that outfit, what the fuck?
It's a full fit. It's a full summer fit, and summer's coming. As you guys know, it's here, Fat Boy Summer. Let's do a quick lightning round to take us out. Gentlemen, like a group of biker boys on crotch rockets encountering a funeral procession, 13 Iranian fast boats disrespectfully charged the U.S. Navy convoy escorting the guided missile submarine, the USS Georgia. This was in the Strait of Hormuz on Monday. These fast boats were operated by the Iranian Islamic Royal Guard Navy. And the Coast Guard vessel, and what would be a great name for a weed strand, if you ask me, the cutter Maui, fired 30 warning shots at the boat, sending them scattering like partygoers before a gender-revealed party destination. Detonation. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes you can't read your own shit. But yeah, so these fast boats got like within 150 yards.
What, Kate write that one for you?
No, I wrote it. With a baby screaming in my ear. I don't even get that.
Sorry.
Yeah. What do you mean? Last week, guys, the Biden administration announced that they were considering unfreezing $1 billion in funds that Iran could use for humanitarian relief as part of an attempt to get Iran back into the 2015 nuclear deal. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I guess like they just don't give a shit.
Dude, that Royal Guard's intense. We've covered them so many times. Those are serious gentlemen.
Seems like the rules are off in the Middle East now.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, their rules are totally off. I think the Taliban also like attacked people right after they called like a ceasefire.
They
did the other day. Yeah, so like the rules are just off in the Middle East now.
They're the opposite of Fat Boy Summer. They're big dicks to everyone. You're supposed to be chill. and enjoy.
Oh yeah, they're definitely.
Yeah, it's like when you
not celebrating.
You're a young lady and you meet a man who you know is a player, but you think that you've changed him, and then he cheats on you, and then he looks you in the eye and says, "Sorry, baby, player's gonna play." It's a lot like that. All right, moving on. It looks like the 15-month-long snow day is finally coming to an end for middle school and high school students, as the FDA is now opening up the Pfizer COVID vaccine to 12 to 15-year-olds, and it's rumored that Pfizer has been considering augmenting the vaccine for adolescents and administering the shots in a circle, and then dot fashion in the hopes of simultaneously eradicating the cootie pandemic.
Big time. That's good.
Get rid
Cootie's
of
gone
cooties,
forever.
It's 2 for 1.
Nice.
I
Circle,
got
dot,
my
dot.
cootie shot. And finally, guys, the world's richest man, big, bald, billionaire Bezos, liquidated $5 billion of Amazon stock recently, and he isn't waiting to get started on some retail therapy after stepping down as CEO, plopping a measly $500 million down on a 417-foot super yacht that is so big it comes with a separate support yacht complete with a helicopter.
What does that mean?
He needed this.
It means his yacht got a yacht.
It means it means Jealous Jeff had to do something big after Elon's big week. Okay, Elon was on SNL. Elon's all over the Doge. Elon's going to the moon with the Doge mission.
Yep.
That Bezos, Jealous Jeff, bald Bezos. He needed a big time. Like a soothe myself yacht buy.
You're right. You're so right. Elon was even like joking about how his weirdness and he has Asperger's, but it was like coming off as like likable. And Bezos is like, I can't even come off as likable with my fucking weird shit.
And there's lots of people that are like, Elon technically is richer because of all the crypto holdings.
Oh,
and
he is.
Bezos cannot handle that type of noise right now. So
Yeah.
he's going to go on the yacht for a while.
Wouldn't
Long
want to be
time
his
on the
yes
yacht.
man right now. Yeah.
His yacht's got a yacht. Because when you're
Jizzing
landing
in
your
shoes.
helicopter on, you don't want to land your helicopter on your yacht. You want to land it
Right.
on your yacht's yacht, and then have your yacht
Ferried
transport
over.
you to your main yacht.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, guys, the yacht, which is supposed to be completed next month, has been kept pretty under wraps. But what we do know is it boasts multiple decks, 3 huge masts. It has Wi-Fi, so he can get his dick pics out. And much like the company,
So you
that
can rage scroll Elon articles.
Yeah.
and much like the company that
Throwing
made
ceviche at his yes men.
Bezos, it's probably horrible for the environment too. The fucking Amazon boxes. What an asshole. Figure it out, Bezos. Figure it out. That's gonna be the hard
he's not gonna look. Jeff needs some time. He's got to regroup after this last week.
Is he doing anything like for the
They
good
have like
of
a joke
the planet? Does he
carbon
do
offset.
anything?
It's like a joke. They're like, yeah, no, we donated $1 billion to fixing the planet. Oh, $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's a big number.
He
Right,
just bought
Mark.
this yacht that like set like 50 guys. Like they only have to sell this one yacht, and their 50 like salesmen are retired.
Mark,
He
the
doesn't-
thing they're doing good for the planet, I think, is they have the most expensive lobbying team of all time. That's their contribution to
Okay.
America. I'm pretty sure.
Got it.
Yep. We all let him do it because it's so convenient.
Yeah, because the
it's
packages.
god damn convenient.
True.
Every
I mean,
day is like
Amazon is so convenient.
Christmas. Something's
It's nice.
coming. That's gonna do it for Hard Factor. Thank you guys so much for listening. Hey, if you haven't, check out the Patreon. 2 bonus shows a week. Discord with lots of sweet different stock tips, monthly happy hour, discounts on merch. This month's happy hour for our top tier boys and girls is going to be a bar trivia situation, which is going to be a lot of fun. The Hard Factor hosts are going to be captains of teams, and we're going to my team's probably going to win. Mark's team's got a good chance.
Bartender's Bluff, who was on the last happy hour, he and we mistook him for Sam Wexler's voice. Will, when we did the stereo, he's the guy.
Yeah.
He
We still need to have him and Wex do an announcement off.
we do. So Wex, when did you join? Because Bartender's Bluff is going to be joining this. He made Jeopardy and he didn't go because of work, but he's like
Be a
Jeopardy
random
quality.
draft,
Yeah.
totally random.
So it's
draft.
not we're not picking teams.
Well, I'm organizing it, so thank you for letting me know that.
Oh, whoever gets Bartender's Bluff is going to be doing pretty good.
So didn't know that, but now I know.
There's a ringer in the midst.
You were on the happy hour.
Now I know. Have a great fucking day.